In the life of an investor, there seldom occurs opportunities which are totally unique. Right now, we're standing in front of a historic event, and that historic event is going to take place in silver. From our point of view, we've always been interested in precious metals for the last 25 years, simply for the reason of wealth preservation. We recommended to investors in 2002 to buy gold at $300 at the time, to hold it for long-term wealth preservation purposes. Obviously, they had to buy physical gold. Now, in the beginning of our precious metals investment period, we did not recommend silver because of its high volatility. Later on we have, and now our investors own normally around 20-25% of silver. But we have increased that percentage in the last couple of years to 30% or more, for the simple reason that the opportunity that is now here to make substantial gains on silver at the same time as it continues to serve as gold and silver as the best wealth preservation investment there is. We expect silver now to move from the 50 level, today it's just over 50, and to, as I have explained in previous videos, catapult from here. Catapult means that we're going to see silver moving not just a few dollars, but it will move up $10 or $20 or $30 very, very quickly. And from then on, I could see silver moving up to multiples of today's price within the next 6 or 12 months maximum. And that's just in the next year. We are now at the end of a monetary era, which means that currencies are going to fall faster, and real money, and remember that real money means nature's money, and the only money made by nature is gold and silver. Our investors hold, as I said before, a substantial part of their investable assets in physical gold and in silver, and now is the time to really invest in silver in our view. It has the dual role of wealth preservation and capital appreciation. And I expect over the next, let's say, 5 or less years, that silver will move up by multiples. And when I say multiples, it's many times from here. It's not a question of just the metals moving up, but it is actually paper money moving down, because we are seeing at the end of a monetary era now. Every single period in history has consisted of the end of paper money. And we are at such a period now. And therefore, we will see acceleration of the decline of paper money and acceleration up of precious metals. But remember, there is massive shortages of especially silver. There will also be shortages of gold. Industrial demand for silver has gone from 10% of total production to now 50%. It's obviously used for solar panels, for car batteries, for a lot of electrical and electronic products. And also on top of that, of course, we have the investment demand. But I mean, that move from 10 to 50% that we've seen in the last few years means that there's an annual shortage of silver of about 200 million ounces. That over time will mean that you cannot replace that in the futures market and on COMEX, etc., because one day that physical silver has to be delivered, and there just isn't going to be enough silver for that. When you look at the industrial demand, 50%, you cannot use paper silver to build solar cells or to build car batteries. You need, obviously, physical silver for that. And the market is not going to be able to supply that at these prices. And that is one of the main reasons why silver prices will go up substantially. On top of that, of course, silver has always been poor man's gold, but now it will be rich man's silver, because silver prices will move up at least twice as fast as gold coming months. Therefore, the opportunity right now, here at $50, remember that the metals have gone up from September, October, November substantially. And this year, the gold is up 35% and silver is up 50%. The next move is going to be much faster. And interestingly enough, we saw a lot of investment demand during September, October, but now in November it's been very quiet. Investors like to buy when it moves high to higher levels. But this is the time. It's now taking a pause, but I think the next breakout is probably not far away. And when that happens, we're going to shoot up well above the 50, as I said before. So if you are interested in preserving wealth, and if you are interested in combining wealth preservation with enhancing your wealth, please buy silver now, buy physical silver, and store it in a safe jurisdiction in private vaults outside the banking system.